Hello everybody, and welcome to this new interview at our Sustainable Friends flagship store here in the center of Milan in Galleria Passarella. As you know by now, these interviews basically focus on professionals in conservation as well as different industrial and productive sectors which are involved into sustainability projects, into reducing production impact on the environment and also respecting social accountability requirements. And that's why I have here with me today Eurico Humano, artist and product designer, leading product development at sustainable footwear brand in Brazil called Alme. Welcome, benvenido.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
And it's a pleasure to have you here. I know that you're here also for the Milano Salone del Mobile, the famous trade show on furniture and design. But today we talk a bit more specifically about footwear and fashion and so on. So let us know a little bit more about your background and also what are you doing, what is your role in Alme and how it's involved in sustainable production.
Perfect. So what I can say is I'm an artist and product designer. I'm graduated from industrial design. And it's a pleasure to be here. It's my fourth time in Milan for this week, which is so creative, and I have the opportunity to meet so many interesting people, like for this example. For 10 years I have Humano, which is a product artistic material in which I create art sculptures with lighting design. And now for the last year, I have assumed this position as a leader of product development in Alme, which is a 100% carbon neutral Brazilian brand, the first footwear, carbon neutral footwear brand in Brazil. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing so far since I'm.
So the Alme Brazil, when was it founded, and what is its main target market?
Perfect. So the brand, it existed before as a comfortable brand, and it was rebranded into a sustainable and comfortable brand. So we've been a year and 3 months now with this brand. And our main idea is to stimulate the conscious consumption of the population. So we create products that have less impact on the environment. And this starts really in the beginning of the development, where we choose different materials that have less impact. And by that, and also using the process, right, the better process, the better materials, the better glues, the better way of creating it, and also accounting the whole carbon emissions in the end of this process, so we can compensate it. And we do it in a very special project in Amazon forest that already protects the grown trees and also the whole communities and societies around it that preserve that particular area, which is called Jari, Vale do Jari. And the partner we use for that is Biofilica, which is a very serious partner, yeah.
So what about the materials? I heard you mentioning that you also have at least a line for vegan consumers.
Yes, actually we do. We don't use leather or any animal origin materials. We use pretty much materials that are non-animal based. We don't. We only have one sandal, which is amazing. That we do have the seal for vegan, so we cannot say that it is vegan. But yeah, now there is no animal in none of our shoes or our footwear in general, because we do believe that right now, as a sustainable brand, we have the responsibility of creating new solutions for the market. So we try to do the best, and not always we choose the easiest way of doing it, but we know that it's our compromise to create other options. And since then, we try to develop with other partners different and alternative materials for that.
Okay, great. So the production is carried out in Brazil using local manpower.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more? What size is the production, in the sense how many people are involved?
Okay. Yes, it's 100% made in Brazil, even because we assume the responsibility of being 100% carbon neutral. So it'd be very difficult to do any kind of production out of Brazil, even considering that Brazil is huge already, right? It's almost like different countries in the same. But yeah, we do it locally, and it really depends. It's because not every, like the whole production, it's very every single thing part of the production happens in different places and different factors. So I could not really assure how many people are involved in it, because like in one place you cut the material, in another one you sew it, in another one you create the shoes, so another one you put the sole. So it's that, so there are so many people involved in it that it's hard to tell. But what I can say is that all these places, we know where they are made, we know the people that work with, and now actually this is part of our job as well. We have a QR code where you can scan, and you can have the full transparency of the places that these shoes have been made, where and how, and people involved. So we can have create this confidence between us and our clients.
And where is it produced mostly in Brazil? In which area?
South of Brazil. That's where we produce all of our shoes. They are all produced south. We have our factory there, our sample factory where we work, and then the factories are around there, close to Novo Hamburgo, which is the capital of the Brazilian capital of footwear.
Okay, so it's a famous district for shoes production.
It is.
Okay, I see. So what is your current market? Are you selling mostly in Brazil? Are you aiming in the future to reach other markets? And how do you sell? Online, or you sell through boutiques, or both?
Okay, so now since we are a really young brand, we have a year, not even a year and a half of a brand, we still only focused on local market, on Brazilian market. Even that, because I think it's important for a brand before it decides to jump out for international lands to make sure that everything is working the perfect way, the best way possible inland, where you can control things, and then you do to another step. But I do wish that we seek for international market, especially because when you talk about sustainability in Brazil, it's much harder than outside of Brazil in some places, not everywhere. Like for example, Europe, United States, I do see that the public, the clients are more educated towards sustainability, so they understand the value behind that product. While in Brazil nowadays, even though we do have a great clientele that understands what we're saying through the product, I do feel that it is our responsibility to educate most of these clients yet still.
Okay, great. Well, first of all, congratulations for the great idea and what you're bringing forward with your organization. And I wish you all the luck in developing also new markets.
Thank you.
So, do you think that certifications can play an important role in educating and informing more properly consumers?
Definitely. Actually, as we were talking about transparency and creating this relationship with the clients of trust, I think that they help a lot in this matter, where you can make sure that your product is being certified, that it is like the way you're producing or whatever you're doing there have been overseen by someone else outside of the company. So I think that's very important too, especially to grow outside of
Great. So, well, you know that as our society organization, we have developed as part of the Friend of the Earth program, a standard to certify sustainable fashion, sustainable textiles, including also footwear. And we look at all the different potential impacts through production chain, on the production raw materials, processing, the dyes, the energy, waste emissions, and also we have a set of requirements related to social accountability, because that's also very important, as you also mentioned. And so we really hope in the future to be able to collaborate on this and also have your opinion based on your long-term experience in this field and understanding also of the different environmental problematics. So we really look forward to collaborate with you in the future also on this subject.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Well, hopefully we'll come to Milan and to Italy sometime soon, and definitely we'll be able to get something in this synergy and this relationship. Would be great.
Just one last question before we leave. Where can our audience and public go to learn more about your organization? You have like a website, maybe an online shop, or
Perfect.
you're planning so?
Sure. Oh, we are part of Arezzo & Co group. Just so you know, we are the sustainable brand of the group. And you can find our website, which is Somos Alme, SOMOSALME.com.br. Over there, you can find also our website. This is our website, and also you can do the shopping over there as well. And the same works for Instagram, which is SOMOSALME, Somos Alme. You can find us on Instagram as well, and you can contact us through there. Probably now we're not shipping overseas, but definitely if we get some requests, then definitely this will help us to think more often about this.
Thank you very much, Eurico. I'm sure that our public, our audience really appreciated the inputs you provided. And I'm convinced that Arezzo and Alme can be really a good example for also other people, other entrepreneurs in other sectors to move in the right path toward sustainability, toward lower impact on our environment, on our planet. For the time being, I thank you very much for your contribution, and I thank you all for listening to us. And of course, don't forget to click on follow and like us so that you can be updated on future interviews and videos by sustainable friends, friend of the sea and friend of the earth. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Ciao. Thank you.